And while we turned politics into a WWE SmackDown, the people in power sat back and laughed. Why wouldn't they? They didn't need to fix anything or answer for their failures. Every second we spent calling someone a libtard or a MAGA cultist was another second they weren't being held accountable. Divide and conquer isn't just a strategy. It's a subscription service we're all paying for, one tweet and one comment section at a time. They've monetized our rage and we signed up with auto-renew. But maybe, just maybe, it doesn't have to be this way. What if we all just sat down for a second, unclenched our fists, and admitted that we've been played? That the neighbor with the sign you hate isn't some cartoon villain, but a human being who's probably just as frustrated as you are? What if we stopped letting ourselves get roped into this endless fight over which flavor of snake oil is best, and actually remembered that this whole thing, this country, this democracy, whatever's left of it, is supposed to belong to all of us? The fire's raging, but fire doesn't last forever if enough people show up with buckets of water instead of kerosene. And that's the thing, isn't it? We don't have to solve everything overnight. And we don't have to agree on every little thing to start putting the pieces back together. It can start small, like not assuming the worst about the person who sees the world differently, or even daring to listen without waiting for your turn to yell. It's not about fixing every problem in one grand gesture, but about realizing that the people next to you, the ones you think you're supposed to hate, aren't the problem. They're the solution. They're your allies in a system that wants you divided, distracted, and too angry to see the bigger picture. Whether you consider today the day the world starts burning, or you're holding out hope that this is when the potholes finally get filled, the truth stays the same. The only way forward is through each other. Not through shouting louder or drawing harder lines in the sand, but by stepping into the messy, uncomfortable space where we stop seeing each other as enemies. That's where the real work happens. Not in agreement, but in understanding. Not in finding the perfect leader, but in remembering that the power has always been in our hands, not theirs. Because the fire doesn't care who you voted for, and the potholes don't check party affiliations. If we don't start finding ways to work together, to trust, even a little, and to rebuild what's been broken, then we're just handing the people at the top exactly what they want. A distracted, divided crowd too busy fighting each other to notice the walls crumbling around them. The truth is, we're all we've got. And if we can't see that, then maybe the fire's already won. I don't want to set the world on fire. I just want to set a flame in your heart. Ooh,